البث، مين لحق على البث يا ابوي؟ طبعا راح نتابع بث جيمز كوم. ما في سلام، ما في شيء، خلنا نلحق على البث يا ابوي. اكتب اي شيء يا رجال. السلام عليكم، كيف حالكم شباب؟ بث جيمز كوم بس خلاص.
The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand.
معليش شباب اني ما بثيت
Realm
الوقت
is
متاخر، لكن
imperiled.
كنت قاعد اسجل فيديو.
The Maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed.
Enough! The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
As you command, my Archon. Uther, the time of your ascension has come.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself. The moment
طبعا في اشياء واجد ما لحقت عليها يا شباب، معليش.
we will claim
كنت قاعد اسجل فيديو. الخطة كانت اني كنت ابي ابث اول شيء، بعدين سجلت قلت لا خاف يجون بلاك اوبس كولد وور ينحرق علي. انا ما شفت التريلر، ما بحرق على نفسي. قلت بسجل اول شيء، سجلت التريلر، قلت يلا سجلت الرياكشن حقي طبعا.
Darkness before me.
now. Cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was my student.
Remember
هاقو بشوف شيء للرينج
and take
وكم باك موري.
your vengeance.
معليش اذا شفتوا حوسه في البث ترى سجلت بثيت على طول.
Justice.
نورت البث. ان شاء الله ما فات شيء، يا رب نشوف الدرينج. انا متحمس اشوف شيء للدرينج. هذه اسمها ايش اللعبه هذه؟ لا ما متحمس لها.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now, we know many of you can't wait to experience Shadowlands, and our friends at Blizzard want you to know the wait is almost over.
لا اللعبة هذه مين جوا؟ اوفرواتش هذا اسمه اوفرواتش. اوفرواتش على ما اعرف اسمه شو ترى كيف حاط كل سكين تضحك. 10 22 ما تميت لها صراحة.
October 27th, it is official, and we have so much more opening night live still to go for you. Ratchet and Clank, PlayStation 5, much more. Stay tuned. All right, but now it's time for the announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
هذا راشد and Clank.
They have returned. They corrupted.
طبعا اتابع البث قناة IGN.
Conquered.
هذا راشد and Clank.
Until finally, the gates of the celestial realm were thrown open. Our last remaining hope, the Stormcast Eternals. Vengeance made manifest. Unbound, unbroken, we will take back what the dead have ravaged.
Now, you guys may remember back in June, I had some masked fun with my buddy Crash Bandicoot announcing Crash 4 It's About Time. With the game coming in October, Crash, of course, had to come back for opening night live. So let's bring him out, everybody. Crash Bandicoot. What? He's where? Crash apparently didn't get the memo about Gamescom, but to tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob. Lou, what did we see there with Crash and the Gamescom bot?
Apparently you saw him wandering around Cologne, but what he was hinting at was kind of our reveal of what we call flashback tapes, which are a brand new style of level that we are announcing here today.
Okay, so how do these flashback levels kind of play into the overall Crash 4 narrative?
Yeah, so the way that the flashback tape levels work is that they are kind of a peek back in time to the 90s when Neo Cortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard and they're really awesome and they're super creative and we can't wait to get people's hands on them.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago, and that was a challenge, so I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be sort of integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure. So players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object that they can pick up, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other fun? How are these fun for players to kind of experience, and what do they get to do in them?
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms, really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express that pure platforming kind of aspect of gameplay that we know and love about the franchise. But then narratively for us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in the games before.
Awesome. All right, well, Crash 4, It's About Time looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom opening night live.
I have become terror.
You can't find
The unseen predator.
You can't find me fun.
A rupture that obliterates without warning.
Yeah, well, that's the night.
Alone, the hordes of Enoch will fall before me. But together, this entire planet will fear us. The anomaly alters us, each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road. into
ساعة
the
اتكلم
dark
طلع مايك صامت.
creation.
دون انتبه. معليش.
We will find the source, whatever it holds,
حمد يعطيك العافية.
whatever it takes.
كنت مصمت المايك. شباب كيف صوت البث؟ مو صوتي انا، صوت ذا مرتفع ولا لا؟ لأن عندي والله بيفجر اذني. مرتفع شوي، خلاص ننزل اجل هنا. هو واضح بس قصدي انه مرتفع ولا لا يا محترف، فهمت؟
Enter a contender.
Yes, Ikuza.
Leave as a champion.
ايش اللي توفكس تعبان ذا؟ ايش اللعبة هذه؟
This is it.
موسيقى طرب.
Time to party.
بلاك اوبس خلاص ترى الظاهر نزلت. كابتن سوبسا. ما تميت اللعبة صراحة. حميد تجي عندي؟ لا تخاف ترى ما فيني كورونا. ها؟
Welcome to Necromunda. I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to speed. The Underhive's named well. A sprawl of humanity suffering away like ants. Deep underground where we ain't causing trouble for the rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are. And do we ever make some noise?
قاعد
Every
البيت انا.
Orlok says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm and they'd splash your head from 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood, skin and will are of iron, it's a potent combo. Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers...
هاي بنت عم بوردرلاندز.
Oh,
بوردرز.
makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun.
يابا هو الحميدي ذاته. هو
Think
نفس
you're
الحميدي.
ready? Necromunda Underhive Wars comes to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on September 8th.
O futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future of gaming to be quite bright and quite online. The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the medium.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução, obviamente, gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games e experiências mais imersivas.
ما ادري يمكن الدرينج نزلت قبل ما اشوف الحدث. ما ادري والله. انا ما ادري والله.
So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of 2 in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
ماينكرافت هذه ايش رخيص هذا. ماينكرافت جديدة فيها سيارات وفيها ما شاء الله. ماينكرافت جديدة. اخي حق الكتابة والله الجوال هذا يعني شوف موقع في الجدار يا ناس. لعبة خايسة هذه شكلها ما شفتها.
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares 2 to the world. Well, the team at Tarsier Studios hasn't shown anything since, but that changes right now. Here is a first look at the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to come throughout the week at Gamescom, including a live demo on Gamescom Studios tomorrow.
ثانية أو الجزء الثاني. أنا عبد الزوم أنا صراحة. لا بس فيها الصراحة.
WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Mauro Ranallo to bring you all the over-the-top action in WWE 2K Battleground. Mamma mia!
مصارعة.
This is great. This arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous, with over 70 WWE superstars and legends brawling it out like never before. Oh, no. Hold on to your toupee, Mauro. Look out below. WWE is L-I-T. You know, I'm a little more old school than Mauro, so I can't wait to see these WWE legends teach these kids a thing or two. And you know what? Here's a closer look at the insane action.
It's a great evening for WWE action.
Oh, wow. Take that, Mauro. Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. Now, let's keep this party rolling with another matchup. Oh, look out, Mauro. The Undertaker has risen, and Finn Balor is about to be taken for his last ride.
Mamma mia, what a move! Finish him!
Oh, no!
He just hit the snooze button!
How do you lose like that? What's the matter with you legends? This is just an example of the pandemonium that you're going to experience when you head to the battlegrounds.
Whew, that's a big toy hammer.
Oh, I can't believe my eyes!
Seth Rollins delivers the stomp! What a night! What a night!
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen! Pre-order WWE 2K Battlegrounds today and brawl without limits. Mamma mia! Oh, sorry, Mauro. I know that's your line.
Hello again. I have even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
The winner of the Best Action Game is Star Wars Squadrons.
Think you can escape?
This is gonna be close. The winner of Best Multiplayer Game is Operation Tango.
Operation Tango. It takes two to save the world.
The winner of Best Indie Game is Curious Expedition 2.
Did not believe what I had witnessed. It was time for the world to...
إلى الآن الألعاب غلبها خايسة بصراحة.
Congratulations to all the winners. As I mentioned, IGN will be here for all of Gamescom with
وش الحدث
and
النايم.
new ways for you to get all your gaming news.
ألعابكم خايسة.
Check it out.
Gamescom 2020 is
ألعابكم خايسة.
and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up to the second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom Best of Show, including the Gamescom Award. Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom Now.
And now it is time to talk about that Best Action Game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an all-new authentic single-player story set after the events of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Today, we'll get a glimpse at what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration by the Motive team. Let's check it out.
ما أدري والله متى أفرجتوا.
Choose our path, light or dark, freedom or destruction. The Empire chose
أنا أعرف الأمسات وورز
in
لكن
order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion.
ألعب ممكن ما لعبت اللعبة هذا بس. إلى خير ستار وورز جداي. لا في لعبة ثانية لعبتها لهم بس كانت أونلاين 2015 لعبت البيتا حقتها.
Shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to end our new republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the new republic. Change our galaxy for the better.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Hunka, narrative producer on Star Wars Squadrons. Our single-player story is one of daring pilots and deep-seated rivalries.
Take Titan Squadron, hunt down this Starhawk, and eliminate it.
Gladly, Admiral Sloan.
Over the course of the story, you'll fly as two pilots on opposite sides of the war. And, like all modes in Star Wars Squadrons, you'll have the option to experience every mission fully immersed in VR.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you
First person?
was able to finally get a comm through.
Today,
مو زي Star Wars Jedi.
early Imperial mission behind enemy lines.
One of our spies, Agent Thorne, has discovered vital intelligence on Project Starhawk. Your mission is to extract her from an orbital outpost above Hosnian Prime. Behind enemy lines,
حتى لعبتها
you'll
في
have to eliminate
2015
perimeter
تبيتها كانت
defenses.
فيرست بيرسون.
When you've secured the area, you will escort the Gladius to the outpost, and our extraction team will acquire Agent Thorne. Once Thorne is secure, reach your Gozanti cruisers and return to the Overseer.
Cover our escape and escort us to the jump point. We have Republic corvettes inbound. Move, Titan!
Gladius, change course and keep Agent Thorne safe. Titan 3, take out those fighters.
Understood. I'll handle it.
You have my thanks, Titan Squadron.
No time to celebrate. Move on.
Go, go, go!
Each mission will immerse you into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. Debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's finest.
I need you focused and ready to go.
From bombing runs at the Nadiri dockyards to setting a trap in the Xavian abyss, the story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
هي 12.
That is not all EA has to share from a galaxy far, far away today. At Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can visit Oga's Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired The Sims' latest game pack. Check this out.
يا اخي متى بنشوف لعبه زي لوادم سيمز عن سيمز فعلا التباقي يرى مالك من بيلعب زي لوادم حبيبي والله مثل نور بوجودك وراح يكون أطلق منك موجود ستار وورز هذه على سمز ايه ليش العاب زي تكمل الترنج رحم اهلك ونبي نشوف الترنج.
There is even more Star Wars to come later in the show. Lego
بس
Star Wars:
كده
The
الترنج
Skywalker Saga is
ميازاكي.
up, and as we move into our second hour, we've got Fall Guys Season 2 still to come. The reveal of that, which I can't wait for you guys to see. And of course, a gameplay demo of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. But right now, you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower. Look at its contours, its curves. Now I want you to imagine it changing, moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of that bud, unopened. Look at it as a whole, then silently repeat these phrases. May you be free from suffering. May you be free from fear. May you know peace and joy.
شو اللعبة هذه؟ هذه لعبة أصلية إكس بوكس.
That's going to be a really special indie game. So glad to announce that here on the show. Now, last year at the Game Awards, we announced Godfall, a new looter shooter coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from Counterplay. Tonight, we've got a quick sneak peek of one of the new Valor plates with more footage coming as part of Gamescom 2020. Check this out.
هذه لعبة جود فول. كيف تقطيع في البث اللي تيلي.
We have much more O&L to come. Exclusive looks at Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Fall Guys Season 2. Wait until you see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But first, I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's newest expansion, was released on PC, Xbox, and PS4. And today, it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
Expand, explore, tear the veil asunder, subvert new territory to our sovereign will. But that was what it wanted too. It raged unchecked through metal, bone, flesh. Life. We are
لعب جيب الهم.
infested with it.
Visitors?
Now, the gateway is failing. The jaws close. The final heartbeat approaches.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
But before we fall, we shall scream. There is one who will hear the heart of Deimos.
ورفرق معرفة من أيام بس شوفوا وين ما نزل. ما التقيت لها خبر.
So many people have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people or bored teenagers or middle-aged parents who suddenly find they have to do something together with their kids. And I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever. And as a result, it's more important than ever that we keep making different, interesting things for folk to play.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido um período difícil a todos. Então, nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho e saber que a gente vai sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas isso tudo vai passar.
I hope everybody gets healthy and safely through this coronavirus time. Care about other people and wear your masks.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma de arte mais incrível de se expressar. Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita, e você tem a chance de controlar e vivenciar essas experiências você mesmo. É mágico, é maravilhoso. Jogos são puro amor.
Watch you sleeping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon. Got nothing to lose, I'm all in. Walking the edge, don't fall in. Enough of the lies, don't apologize, I don't understand. Are you foreign? This is the place, this is the site. Grab all your people and log in. I'm waiting, don't care how long it's gonna take. Watching and waiting for that first mistake. Don't come up missing, just checking the list. I'm always aware if you come with position. I just hold out to the perfect condition. Coming alive. Heat of the night. Now is the time.
شو الصدق قطع ألعاب خايسة ألعاب خايسة ما شفنا لعبة الآن قوية يا أخي نبي لعب قوية.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great stuff to show you. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Stasis, you're going to see a brand new look at that. Fall Guys Season 2 and Ratchet & Clank for PlayStation 5. And so much more across the next hour. Opening Night Live continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive, built-from-the-ground-up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer, called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family.
الآن بيورونا تقريبا بيورونا الحين اللي هو تريلر مافيا الريميك مافيا يا شباب. هذا الريميك حق مافيا. هذه المسطونة حقين مافيا.
The only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're
loyal. That's right.
One day you're busting your back, doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And the next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy! Teach these boys a lesson. Break every bone in their bodies.
You want me to become one of those Wall Street boys?
Don't sass me, Tommy. I'm trying to teach you the ropes, so you don't get strangled by them.
Now you stay straight with me, you're gonna be living the high life, Tom.
ما لعبت أنا ولا نزل لعبة مافيا.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay then.
جاوبك سمو مرة.
Welcome to the family.
Next, we're going to introduce you to a turn-based multiplayer strategy FPS from a team in Montreal, Canada. Lemnis Gate is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop. Check this out.
موسيقى طرب. هاي بنت عم ديستني وبنت عم بلايستيشن. انا ما عجبتني، يمكن عجبتكم ما ادري، طبعا انا ما عجبتني.
Next spring, get ready to experience memorable moments and non-stop action from all 9 Star Wars films and Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. The entire series has been reimagined with new fun-filled Lego humor, and now we got your first look at the gameplay trailer.
إلى متى؟ إلى متى؟ إلى متى يا ابني؟
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
في حاجة بتأكد منها في البث الشباب، في البرنامج التصوير لازم أسوي كذا عشان أعطيها.
That boy is our last hope. No, there is another.
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me.
كذا كويس.
We need your help.
كذا الوضع الآن تمام. اوكي. نرجع للبث اللعبة التعبانة هذه. ما أدري هل البث هذا يرجع على الكوبي رايت ولا لا، بث مقلع IGN. بس ما دام حقه موجود الفيديو عادي.
Not him, the Falcon. I am a Jedi, like my father before me. So be it, Jedi. Huh?
Man, Lego Star Wars looks so fun, coming to next gen as well. All right, we'll be right back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, and Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platformer where up to 2 players control Troy, our fleshy hero. Check this out, and remember, you can play this tonight.
يا اخي وش التنفس البصري يا شباب؟ توث بصري حاد قاعد اشوفه. وعليكم السلام، ولكم كوثر. ايش اللعبة هذه؟ طيب نلعب العاب مخاربيط. مساك الله بالنور. حلو، وش اللعبة؟ دارك بيكتشر، هذه اللعبة ليش؟ بث مقطع ولا يتهيألي. الهوب، اللعبة هذه اللي لبس فيها اللي قبل شوي. العب السباق ما احبها، ما احب العب السباق.
I gotta say, the game that I've given the most hours to, that I love going back to, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have to say, since Origins came out, this new reboot of Assassin's Creed, so to speak, that was my first time getting into it, and I have put almost 400 hours into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
At the moment, I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn, but hard to master.
I have a few games that I return to every year. Halo, the entire Master Chief Collection, is really a big one for me where that's concerned. But I also still just casually binge Animal Crossing, and I've been doing that basically all year.
I haven't put down Animal Crossing since I downloaded it. I find the daily repetitive rhythm so soothing and predictable. Although much like my house, my island is still a complete tip.
Up next, we have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why. Congratulations to Don't Not Entertainment. Well, after a big day of Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily Show, where you can get all the daily highlights and a late night show experience from gamers for gamers. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sid. And by the way, congratulations to Don't Nod for Tell Me Why, a really important game that is out now that you can play on Xbox and Game Pass. And as we know, there's a lot going on in the world, and that goes beyond the pandemic. Between social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together. And I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom Forest. Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together.
Look.
All right, well, now we're going to move on to another game, and this one was announced back in May. Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Norah on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on next-gen hardware. Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
شوف يقول 4K 60 فريم. يلا نشوف شو اللعبة. هو متكمل ميزة الجهاز ولا اللعبة ولا ايش؟
You have broken my heart. For your betrayal, you will be broken.
هذا اللي 4K 60 فريم.
How many crowns have you won? If one game has defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face. Fall Guys, I think, represents our industry at its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight, Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready. I think the internet is about to freak out. Here it is, Fall Guys Season 2.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game so far. As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes, and the montages that people have been posting online, and the response to the game has really blown us away. Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2.
Season 2, you'll be dressing your Fall Guy as a medieval hero and competing across brand new rounds inspired by epic quests from the Middle Ages. Traverse giant drawbridges, dodge swinging axes, and scale movable siege ramps in the quest for ultimate game show glory.
Enjoyed the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then at Fall Guys Game on Twitter is where you want to be. See you on the start line.
My father has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his fist. I am not.
His truth is marching.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. She's already tried once.
Vic's a depraved child, and Val's a brain without a spine. The years my father wasted grooming them for glory when I was right there.
موسيقى حلوة لكن أغنية اللعبة خايسة. ما عجبتني الصراحة. هي ما استاهل تدفع فيها حتى $20 كثيرة بعد $20 ممكن.
Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay and you die alone.
I really haven't found any new appreciation for gaming at this time because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter com outras pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento, e é o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências reais com pessoas que estão longe da gente.
You get to travel all over the world in games, which is something I've always taken for granted. At the moment I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima and
والله صوتكم قطع يا شباب. هاي يعني غير البث النايم مشاكل.
And it's just fine
ما في غير IGN.
to have the time to play with friends or even with my family to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people. You know, play is a natural instinct, and from Animal Crossing to The Last of Us Part 2 or Ori. Yes, it's definitely an incredible time now to be a gamer, yes.
Hey everyone, I'm Vince Zampella, head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories. Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. You'll hear more from him in just a bit. Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor in 2002, and I'm really happy he's joined us at Respawn to craft a completely new experience in VR. The team is creating a riveting and emotional journey through World War II like you've never seen or played. It weaves in the personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war through powerful interviews that help set the stage for what players will experience. It's more than just a game. And we could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and the game's action-packed story. Let's take a look.
This is the first time some of you will see combat. I know you're scared. Let me be clear with all of you. I'm scared too.
تقصد قنشروا.
Welcome to France, gentlemen.
مرة easy.
I lead the local resistance cell. Something big is happening inside Gestapo headquarters, and we don't know what it is.
طق صدته، كل ما طقيت صديت بينط عليك. تفادى ضربته طقه. مرة تحاول يطعنك، مرة تضرب من تحت. شوف اليوتيوب كيف يحاربون وتهزمه إن شاء الله.
Members of the resistance are perhaps the bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop. There is no future in it.
خش في عينه قنشره، خش في عينه، لا بدك تنتظره، خش في عينه. كل ما خشيت في عينه تشوف يحاول ينط، كل ما خشيت انا اذا جاي امسكك بس. من جد يا ياتو صادق والله، والله صادق. يعني يجيبون لك العاب يعني هذا اللي بس فيها، هذا اللي بس فيها، هذه اللي بس فيها، مع الجرافكس اقل من بس يعني يعني لان انا احب العاب الشوتر يعني، بس ما صار 63 $. بتهزم بعد ما تهزم قنشرو بيتطور مستواك كثير في سكرو. القرد سهل والراهب اسهل منه، كلهم اسهل من قنشرو، ما عليك. ميدل فنر، هذه ميدل فنر، اي هذه ميدل فنر. القرا لا 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 لحظة اذا ميدل فنر هذا اللي شفناه قبل شوي، ميدل فنر بس ايش من اقوى من كذا. من متى ميدل فنر كذا؟ عيب عيب يا ايه. شباب انا قاعد اتابع البث على 1068 فريم، اقسم بالله احس اني قاعد اتابع على 480. هذا شيء كاميرته سيئة. اذكرها ميدل فنر افضل من كذا، هذه ما كان لها مدري. لكن يعني ودنا تكون اقوى من كذا يعني. يا رجال هذا حتى يخسي يصير 4K، ال 4K مو كذا، هذا مو 4K، بقول كذابين انتم، هذا 4K. طبعا صوت البث مضروبة، ما عندي وقت اني اروح اعدلها. ما ينشأن اللعب لكن مو كذا عاد يا اخي. مدى الفرع بس شو كانت افضل، كانت اسطورية. بس ترى ما اقول الناس بس اتوقعت انها اقوى المفروض اقوى من كذا. الدرنج هل كانت من الالعاب اللي تكلموا عنها؟ انا ودي اعرف هل الدرنج كانت من الالعاب يعني عشان اوصل لكم، هل كانت من ضمن الالعاب اللي متوقع انها بتكون موجودة؟ انا ما اذكر اني لمحت الدرنج. كل امانه يعني. jet and the V2 rocket and things that could have really turned the tide of the war if we hadn't stopped them. So you get to go. هذا الشيء كاميرته خايسة يا شباب. This story, and the story is shot all from your perspective because it's VR. Your head is the camera. We don't have cutscenes. We don't have edits. Everything revolves around your perspective. So you experience this story completely in first person as if you are there. طبعا لعبة VR الظاهر بعد في VR. يمكن في VR. أنا لعبت ميدل فنر على البلايستيشن 1 فقط، لعبت جزئين، الجزء الأول والثاني، الثاني ما عجبني كثير، الأول كان خرافي. الثاني يمكن أول مرحلة ثاني مرحلة يعني كل لازم بدايته. لا مو شرط، مو على كل الأحوال يا صاحبي، لا مو على كل حال. في ألعاب أسطورية. بثكم ليش يقطع؟ ايش سالفة بثكم يا شباب يقطع؟ أنا بثي ما يقطع، بثكم يقطع. Was involved in the war. I wanted to ask you also about multiplayer, which is something that Respawn is really known for, and you've had a great single player experience, but I hear you might also be doing MP too?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, the thing about VR is that, you know, I've spent I mean, we've known each other a long time.
في ألعاب قديمة خايسة، في ألعاب قديمة حلوة، في ألعاب جديدة خايسة، في ألعاب جديدة حلوة، فمو بشرط الأفكار ما تدخل.
Career trying to map natural human movements to a controller and just figuring out things like making feel good and one of the hardest ones is leaning. And in VR, you know,
هذا حسب يعني مو بكيف بعض الألعاب أتفق معك. في ألعاب مثل ريزنت ايفل. بس شو 2 أفضل من الحين. ألعاب الرعب أتوقع أول كانت أفضل. طبعا أتكلم عن ألعاب الثيرست بيرسون. ألعاب الرعب عفوا. ألعاب الرعب ثيرست بيرسون مو الفيرست بيرسون.
including a few that you can only do in VR, and we're really excited about.
أنا أختلف معك. 2018 و 2017 أشوفهم أقل مستوى من 2019. 2019 أفضل. 18 يمكن أفضل كألعاب تختيم. 17 أذكر الألعاب أول 6 شهور ممكن أتفق معك 2017. من بعد من شهر 7 إلى 12 ما كانت في ذيك الألعاب القوية. لدرجة اللي فازت وشي ليجند اوف زلدا لعبة تويتش. ما أقول ليجند اوف زلدا خايسة، أنا ما لعبتها، بس يعني ما كانت في لعبة قوية مرة. ما في نيو 1، في كم لعبة هورايزن، نير اوتوماتا كانوا حلوين، تيكن، لكن 6 شهور بعدين من 7 وفوق ما نزل شيء صحيح.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter. Opening night live. We'll be right back. And in the meantime, here's a look at a new game that is launching tonight.
شو قال؟
The world was broken.
بدايتها خايسة. الجرافيكس خايس.
Spellstorms still rage across the ruins of the Hollowlands. This is proof, they said. It isn't safe.
ما جربتها.
Can't be controlled. Magic cannot be used. But I am a battle mage.
ما تصاش لعبة تخديم برزت صراحة. يكفيك رجوع SSD في الميكراين. أفضل لعبة هاك سلاش. الفترة كانت حلوة إنهم ما بعد. في ألعاب تلعب بس بالنسبة لي فترة كانت أقوى. وجهة نظري أنا. من 17 بدايتها كان أول 6 شهور. ريزنت ايفل بعد 7. ريزنت ايفل 7 انا قد تكلمت عنها كثير. بدايتها الثلث الاول منها، الباقي خايس، الباقي زباله. مع احترامي للعشاق ريزنت ايفل 7. جزء جاك باكر جزء ماركت فقط. سبيل بريك لاتشينج سبتمبر 3 سبتمبر يعني. الرسومات مو مرة، لكن لعبة الجيم بلاي يعني يعني لكن الرسومات ماشي. موجودة في الجيم باس بعد. كان اللي بعت كان اللي بعت ولا يتهيألي. انت ثلاجتكم هذه. هلا بنوكس. يا عمري جاك باكر يا اسطورتي. يا ابني ما نبي نلعب، خشبونا العاب جديدة. عندك اكس بوكس بس ما صعب عليه. صعب عليه يا شباب. معطيه سيفون ملكي.
So many great games in Xbox Game Pass, and many of tonight's games are in it as well. Every year at Gamescom, we like to highlight some incredible games made in Germany. And tonight, we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time, created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
Factor 5 was so far ahead of the curve, and each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible. I'd say they're one of the greatest indie developers of all time.
サウンドはすごいわ、グラフィックは綺麗だわ、ゲームプレイも滑らかで満足いくものだわで、本当にすごかった。今回タリカンのコレクションが出るってことをとても嬉しく思っているし、これはまた当時みたいにみんなに見せて歩きたいなと思っています。
بنت عم كونترا هذه.
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career, and the fans have been there ever since. To this day, it's one of my proudest works.
In June, Bungie revealed a new era of Destiny 2 that starts on November 10th with Beyond Light. For the first time ever, Guardians will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the Dark Power of Stasis. With Stasis, players will take on the power of darkness to control and dominate the battle. Here's an all-new look at Stasis from Destiny 2.
يسحب ما أقول لهم يسحبوا عليه الدرج، يمكن ميزة، يمكن فروم سوفت وير ما يبون وبانداي نامكو.
Step away from the light. We need only look inward. Focus your power. Let it grow. Our fight is far from over.
Come! This is their fate. One after another.
DLC حق ديستني.
I have one more award to give out tonight, and that is Best Sony PlayStation Game. So, without further ado, the winner is Cyberpunk 2077. Congratulations. Of course, there are even more awards than the ones I announced tonight. So check out the Gamescom Awards user voting, where you can vote for your favorite streamer, Gamescom's Most Wanted, and Best of Gamescom. The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplayers, esports, and more. So tune in on Sunday, August 30th at 8 p.m. Central European Time to see the grand finale of this year's Gamescom, where we give gamers the stage. That's it for me tonight.
يا أخي الحين سكر لو أكثر من مرة تجيني مثل اللعنة في طريقة ألغيها. هذه سلمك الله إذا وصلت 7% أو 10% تروح للبياعين تقعد في مكح، تاخذ العينة من الكح وتروح عند شخصية إيما. بعد الإيما تعطيك زي الكالة اسمها دراجولا حاجة كذا بيضاء، تروح عند النار الزرقاء تضغط اكس ترجع 30%. وصلت 10%، 12 أو 10% أو 13%.
The SSD hard drive and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible on brand new hardware. Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's an extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Enjoy.
طيب ما ركزت في كلام ايش قال. هذه سايبر بنك صح؟ بما اني حصلت بلاي ستيشن. لا يا رجل كلانك معيش ما انتبهت. هذه اللعبة اللي مسجلنا فيها. هذه لعبتكم اللي مسجلنا فيها. عارف ترى انا عارف اللعبة هذه. عارفها ترى انا. واضح اللعبة انها ليش في المايك يا خالد؟ في المايك في شيء؟ يا شباب صوتي فيه مشكلة ولا ارفعه؟ ويلكم خالد اقولها منور. لا تشوف الصوت عادي. ما كيف رجعت أتذكر شيء، لكن ما أذكر إني تمام من اللعبة كثير صراحة، بس ممكن ألعبها ليش لا. بس زي ما قلت لكم ماني مهتم اللعبة كثير. العالم اللعوم اللي زي كذا أنا ما أحبها ترى.
Hitting Nefarious' device seems to have destabilized reality.
The bridge is shot. There has to be another way across.
The rifts appeared to react to your device. Try pointing it at one of them. That was rather exciting.
Games before trade.
than I had imagined.
Everyone look! It's Ratchet and Clank!
Sand sharks from above.
My heroes!
I knew you'd come.
Might as well.
A kraken? Or at least a very large octopus. I will never get used to that.
في عدد مو مرة متحمس على اللعبة ولا بس أنا؟
Other side of that building. Let's get moving before he does anything else to break reality.
في لعبة واحدة اللي هي لعبة رعب اللي عجبتني الآن في الحدث.
Yeah, I kind of wish he was doing a worse job.
He must have more planned than he is telling us.
That's what I'm afraid of. Can't wait to see what's new. More butts? That's all of them. We have to get the Dimensionator away from Nefarious. Oh no, not right now. Whoa!
The dimensions are weakening considerably.
How bad is it?
Well, it is certainly not good.
ما انتبهت. هو كان في تروبات كان في بس ما ادري اللعبة دي جاي فيها تروب ولا لا. ما ركزت.
Ratchet. We are too late. Ratchet?
راتشت اختفى.
Who?
جد عندك لانك. الدرينج تكفون الدرينج تكفون الدرينج تكفون خلينا نكحل عنا شوي بتحفة ميازاكي يرحم أهلكم.
There you have it, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and now I am joined by Marcus Smith and Mike Daly from Insomniac Games. Guys, it was so great to see that long, uninterrupted demo of Rift Apart, and I have so many questions. It's amazing to see what you're doing with the power of PS5 and the SSD. Let me ask you first, Marcus, what are you able to do with Rift Apart that you haven't been able to do before in a Ratchet game because of the power of PS5?
I mean, first and foremost, it's just pure horsepower, enables us to fill our worlds with the kind of density and life that we've never been able to do before. More importantly, perhaps, though, is the dimensional shifting that we have going on, which uses the SSD that allows us to fling the player from planet to planet to planet lightning fast, like in way, way faster than anything we've ever been able to do before.
Yeah, the Rift tether, we saw that in the demo. We had seen some of that in the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, like, how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through that?
Yeah, so in the game, there is dimensional damage spread throughout the galaxy that Ratchet and Clank have to find a way to fix. And you can find these weak points in space-time that you can pull to you with your rift tether. It's like being able to lasso a portal. And that enables you to basically like warp across the world to find new places to discover or gain a tactical advantage in combat.
Wow, yeah, I gotta say, like when you see that and you imagine the jumping from multiple worlds at instantaneously almost, and it sounds like there's no load screens throughout the entire game.
That's right. We're going seamless.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, all right. You so confident, both of you say it. I like it. Now, let me ask you about DualSense. That's something that is a big part of PS5. I've had a chance to hands on with the controller with the
صراحة حلوة اللعبة لكن أنا ما متحمس لها كثير. أشوفها حلوة يا والله الجيم بلاي جيد الصراحة. بس أنا ما أحب الأجواء لكن ممكن إذا لعبتها يتغير رأيي. ممكن تعجبني. ننظر ونشوف.
It feels like it was made for Ratchet and Clank just because the haptics give us a whole new layer for the weapons to express themselves. So for example, your burst pistol, of course it gives you like a satisfying click or kick with every bullet. But when you throw the shatter bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically, the haptics are expressive enough that every weapon feels different. But of course, the adaptive trigger like takes that to a functional level where, in addition to the trigger pull feeling unique, we can actually use that as a super intuitive way to add alternate functions to the weapons. So, for example, in the demo, we've got the Enforcer, which is a double-barreled shotgun. You can pull the trigger part of the way down until you hit resistance to fire a single barrel. And then whenever you feel like it's the right time, pull it the rest of the way for a double shot. So you might be swarmed by a bunch of little enemies. You only want to waste one shot on them, and then wait a minute for even more to swarm in before finishing them off. But a big guy, you probably want to just give both barrels to right away. So there's a nice intuitive way of basically raising the skill ceiling and giving you more ways to play better.
Wow, no, I'm excited to see how you guys are going to roll that out across what I'm sure are an insane, group of weapons as always. Plot-wise, Marcus, tell us a bit about this game. I think some fans have wondered, does this tie into the movie plot line, the game plot line? Like, how it would tell us in the Ratchet-verse where this sits.
Yeah. Well, canonically, this is an extension of Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, the 2013 game. But it's a standalone adventure. So
فكرة ما في كم فكرة عجبتني من ضمنها انك تنتقل زي ما قلت انت بدون انك بالعوالم ما بشانه لكن زي ما قلت ما متحمس كثير للعبة.
You're gonna see a lot of returning characters and planets and see them all through a whole new light of multiple dimensionality.
Yeah, no, this rift tether thing I think looks really exciting. And how often, like, is that something we saw in the demo? Is that something you're going to see like frequently in the game? Are there special moments? Like, I guess I'm curious, like, how often you use that technique for gameplay.
So the rift tether has created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll encounter those pretty often. There's even a few more types of dimensional damage you'll encounter that we haven't shown yet. Okay. Now, being pulled between worlds, that's localized to chasing after Dr. Nefarious in the demo. And that's sort of reserved for special moments when you really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears wide open.
Well, I gotta say, it looks incredible. And then at the end, we got another tease of this female Lombax. I know you guys have confirmed she is playable in parts of the game. I think everyone wants to know, though, do we have a name for her?
I mean, the world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're going to have to keep this one a little longer.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Too many smart people on the internet. They'll figure it out right away.
She's not named Abby, though, right? All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I got to say, I mean, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun. And as you said, when you think of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though,
الرق مو على كيفهم على كيف المطور نفسه.
We're going to get to play this game. Anything you can share with
مطور
us
الشركة.
in development right now?
هو حر.
Mike?
So Ratchet and Clank is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet, so stay tuned for that.
What kind of window? Is it big window? So, no, I'm just kidding. All right, that's all we're going to get, I'm sure. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart coming in the launch window for PlayStation 5. I got to say, Insomniac, we're so excited what you guys are doing across PlayStation, and the game looks incredible. So thank you so much for all you've done, and we look forward to seeing more of Rift Apart soon.
Thanks, Jeff. Take care.
All right, Marcus and Mike from Insomniac, thanks for showing us that first look at Ratchet and Clank or PlayStation 5. And that's going to do it for Opening Night Live. Thank you so much for watching from around the world, and make sure to stay tuned all weekend for more live Gamescom coverage at gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build a very special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
ما في الدرنج. الدرنج ما فيش الدرنج يا باشا. ما فيش الدرنج. ما فيش الدرنج يا ابني. ما فيش الدرنج. جي شباب. لحظة هاي هذا يقول جود نايت. ايش السالفة؟ انت العرض ولا باقي؟ خلاص عرض ولا باقي؟
and sign up for an account to personalize your game.
قفل البث ولا ايش السالفة؟
You can also check out all the streams and videos on Gamescom's official
البث خلاص ولا ايش يا شباب؟
via TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Joining me now to discuss everything that was revealed during Opening Night Live, please welcome IGN's Miranda Sanchez and from Web.
والله يا صاحبي إذا هم ما يحبون ألعاب، إذا ما يحبون ألعاب From Software كيفهم؟ بس قبل ما أكمل دقيقة. خلاص البث ليش؟ البث خلص.
Which we know is coming somewhere in the launch window of the PS5. Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart. We got to see an extended demo today. Lots of footage that was in the reveal that we saw earlier in the summer, but this was a nice, big, long, uninterrupted gameplay clip. Miranda, how are you feeling about this one?
I'm actually very excited. I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game. It's never really super appealed to me, but the sheer impressive animations and like the
المهم اللي يكرهون ألعاب From Software عشان صعبة يروح يلعب ألعاب سهلة. خلاص ما راح يحس بصعوبة الإنجاز أو صعوبة الاستعمال صح. الإنجاز العظيم إنك تهزم كل بوس إلا اللي يلعب From Software. إذا ما عجبته كيفه، بس الصعوبة ما فيها مرتبة سلبية، هذا اللي يميزها. الصعوبة ليست سلبية، هذا اللي تميزت فيه اللعبة. أنت كأنك جاي لعبة عالم مفتوح كل شيء عالم مفتوح. طيب اللعبة هي كذا تتميز انها عالم مفتوح. تخيل يجيك واحد يقول لك جي تي اي ليش عالم مفتوح؟ نفس الشيء مع الصعوبة في ألعاب ميازاكي وفروم سوفت وير. عاصم قاعد يسولف معي. ايوه عاد اكمل. واحد فيهم فصل عليه المايك.
I mean, at the beginning of the demo I thought, well, what did they need hardware for? The new hardware is not necessary.
الجيم خلص الحين ايش باقي يا شباب؟ ابي افهم.
But then when the demo progressed and we went through these portals, I was
الجيم خلص. اكس الحدث خلص يعني.
Yeah, the portal switching, I guess rifting, that looks very, very cool. And there's also just really big, gigantic set pieces happening all around you. And of course, at least in the demo that we saw today, there's no breaks in the action, no loading times. The developers are claiming that you can play through the whole game without the gameplay ever being stopped, ever having to wait for load times. Of course, that sort of remains to be seen until we get the game into our hands, but the promise of that is definitely very exciting. Miranda, would you agree?
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at next gen, you're like, okay, well, what could they possibly do besides like better graphics? We want better frame rates. We want that 4K. Those are like all the checks in the box, right? And next, like the big thing that everyone is looking to.
هذا اللي يميز ألعاب ميازاكي. أنا بلت سكرو بلاتبون دارك سولز 3 مش دارك سولز 1 و 2 بالطريق.
This next generation is very exciting because you know this is only the start, right? And we always look at every console generation and
Elden Ring وريميك ديمون سولز إن شاء الله.
Very exciting.
Yeah, we are still, of course, waiting on the actual release date for the PlayStation 5. but Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is coming within the release window, they say. Michael, what does that mean to you? Like, do you think we could still get this game before the end of 2020, or do you think maybe like the first quarter of 2021?
I mean, they need a strong lineup to sell the console, so actually bringing this out when the PlayStation 5 launches will be very important for them. So my hopes are that it's out before the end of 2020, but maybe we have to wait until spring 2021.
Yeah, it's unclear how big the launch window is that Sony is considering.
Yeah.
But let's move on to a big game that actually is coming this year and does have a release date. It's Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. We know this one is coming out on November 13th.
طبعا سجلت كود اوف وار الرياكشن حقي، حتى كنت مستعجل يوم سجلته. ان شاء الله اليوم او بكره بينزل لكم. لا تدققون بالله يا شباب، تا والله كنت اسجل وكنت مستعجل الحق على ذا البث التعبان.
This game tackling this area is very, very close to my heart.
Miranda, I know you play
مرة السيوف سكرو ممتع جدا.
Yes, as I have posted for once, this is the first.
إن شاء الله تجيب، يلا نبيك إن شاء الله تجيب البلاد فيها.
I'm a multiplayer person. Every time I get Call of Duty, I usually jump straight to multiplayer. That's changed a little bit since I started reviewing the game, but I think this has the potential to be something really interesting and to shake up what we expect from Call of Duty campaigns. As Seb mentioned, I also really enjoy the Cold War. I think that conflict is really interesting, and I think it's going to pose some very neat aspects of gameplay for the campaign. And it is done by Raven instead of Treyarch, so that's really exciting because they're usually a support studio.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's kind of neat and funny that they've got fully animated and voice acted Ronald Reagan in the game.
Yeah. Very
Michael, how are you feeling about Cold War?
The 80s aesthetics is one thing that really speaks to me. The other thing is this combination of they have this made-up conspiracy theories in the game, and also they're basing it on true declassified US secret files, and this combination with reality blending over into fiction is really interesting.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played a Call of Duty campaign, but like you, Michael, the 80s setting is very appealing to me, so I might have to check out that one. Let's talk about a big game. We know it's been in development for a long time. We don't know much about it, though, is Dragon Age 4. Today, we got to see a sort of behind-the-scenes video with the developers. They didn't show us, much, didn't give us much information, but I don't know, for me, this was like the first time I just thought it was really nice to know, okay, this game is definitely in deep development. It's being written, voice acting is being recorded, animations are being recorded, so that's sort of like reassuring to me. Miranda, how are you feeling about Dragon Age 4?
I don't know if you saw my little dance there, but I'm super excited. Like, even though we're just getting a little teased, obviously it's just very much in development. I think Solus's character arc is really interesting.
كلاسيك طبعا.
Made a funny joke about people. Some people like wanting.
أفضلهم كرب، وإذا على الغاز أفضلهم الأول. الريميك الكلاسيكي ما لعبته، بس إذا نفس الألغاز أو فيها ألغاز كثير، هذا الكلاسيكي بيكون رقم واحد. ما لعبته بالكلاسيكي، لعبت الريميك بس.
Fantastic franchise, and I think one thing that I really loved about this too is you got some of the behind-the-scenes information, right? Of like watching them working on this game that is obviously very much in development, and I really love the potential they have here for these environments that are really vibrant. I love the character designs that they've showcased. I super love these Dragon Age characters a lot, and I think they do a great job writing them. And so getting a little tease at the characters that they're developing now is really exciting for me.
Yeah, even though we're still just seeing very early in development gameplay, glimpses, it's enough to start getting excited about. Seb, do you think this one is still a ways off? Like, will we play this 2021, 2022?
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, they're only showing concept art, and there's basically nothing that's real right now, except that we know that there's, as Miranda said, there's voice recording, and there's everything else being transformed into that game right now, but there's no actual game.
أقول والله شكلهم سوالفهم واجد. والله سوالفهم واجد. المهم خلاص بكذا يعطيكم العافية يا شباب، كذا وصلنا لهذا البث. أتمنى إذا البث عجبكم لايك ومفضل واشتراك. لا تنسوا تكتبون لنا آراءكم في التعليقات، وبإذن الله لا تنسوا تزوروا تشوفون حلقة ذا السوالف الأخيرة. وبرضه بإذن الله إن شاء الله اليوم أو بكرة بينزل لكم الرياكشن حقي في بلاك اوبس كولد وار، وإذا عندك أي قطعة استفسارات زي ما قلت لكم صندوق التعليقات، عندك حسابي في تويتر برضه وحسابي بلاي ستيشن موجود، اللي وده يلعب معي ونلعب مع بعض. تعالوا نلعب مع بعض وننبسط ونستانس. وبرضو لا تنسوا تزوروا القناة اللي بالوصف، ذراهم أفضل وأحلى داعمين لي. مش بعد خلاص دقيقة كذا. خلاص بكذا، يلا يعطيكم العافية يا شباب، نراكم على خير.